It's the piss days here, and I want to talk a bit about plastic surgery. Now, it's a subject I have a real difficulty getting my head around. Now, I can kind of understand if it's something very small and subtle, and it makes a person feel good about themselves, but rarely is that the case, and normally if it's small and subtle, people don't notice it anyway, so what's the point? But usually it's just so over the top. I don't even understand what it's about, because it's meant to be some kind of age reversing thing, or make you look better than you were when you're older. But to me, it does exactly the opposite. People spend thousands of dollars to look completely ridiculous, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I want to go through a few examples just so you know what I'm talking about. But the first one is the Catwoman. Now, a lot of people probably know about the Catwoman. Now, she had this idea to have a bit of plastic surgery because she liked the idea of looking like a cat. Now, that's not such a bad idea when you look at a cat. Now, look at a cat here. Nice and cute. Very cute cats. Cats are cute, aren't they? Yeah, I wouldn't mind looking like a cat. But you think, well, some of them aren't so cute. Look at maybe a lion. No, isn't that cute? That's even cute, that one. Now, let's look at the Catwoman. You'd think, yeah, more cats, cute. What the fuck went wrong? What's going on here? That doesn't really resemble a cat. Only maybe a cat that's sort of been skinned and run over a couple of times. I mean, it's like some mutant from the island of Dr. Moreau or something. Did she fire her plastic surgeon? Why is she walking around in public without a bag on her head? Seriously. This is what I don't understand. This is awful. She could have gone on the set of the island of Dr. Moreau and been an extra and earned heaps of money and saved them heaps of bill on makeup and everything. She just would have turned up and they would have gone, "You're perfect for this fucking job. Look at you." Or even the character of Beauty and the Beast or something like that. I mean, why is this person in public? And showing off, I don't know, what they're showing off something. I don't know. Anyway, I think you understand what my point is there. The next one isn't as extreme, but it's just as ridiculous in my books. Now, people may have looked at Kenny Rogers recently. Now, this guy, this is what's so weird about this, is the guy made a career out of looking like an old man. He had the old man look down pat, the white hair, the Santa look. He was like an old uncle. People loved him, bought heaps of his records. Now he wants to reverse all that. He's got this look. He still looks old, but he just looks in this permanent state of surprise. You could do nothing to this guy and make him look like he was surprised. And the reason is because his eyebrows, obviously, can't go any higher than that. If he was surprised, you wouldn't know. He's reached his eyebrow limit. Like, for example, I could say, look, your latest crap album, Amazing Grace, has just been nominated for a Grammy. Not impressed? Not impressed by that. Well, that planet thing that was going to come around in November and smash into the Earth, the Rubu, well, it's coming. It's just a few months late, and all these aliens are on it, and they want to come and talk to you about your secret to eternal use with you. No, that doesn't surprise you? Shit, what about this? See this? It's a bit of a knife, it's blunt, but I'm going to stab you with it and see how you react, okay? It's going to hurt a little bit. Shit, this guy is the most easygoing guy in the whole universe, I think. Nothing can surprise him. But why would you want that? I don't get it. It's beyond me. Anyway, the next person, I saw this guy on an interview recently, and he's called the Human Ken doll. Yes. Now, he kind of pulled it off, but would you really want to look like a Ken doll? Nah. No, he was in this interview, and the interviewer said, look, I didn't know what to expect, but now that I see you, I can see that you look really good. And this guy was dripping with sarcasm, and the Ken doll guy went, oh, thank you very much. I mean, he obviously doesn't realise that he looks like a complete freak. Anyway, he's sitting here with someone that he hooked up with, someone who looks like a Barbie doll. And he was paying out on her because he said, well, at the end of the day, she's got all these accessories and she's not a real Barbie doll because she takes them all off and she's just a normal person. I'm the real deal. I've got the plastic surgery. Well, look at this photo. Do you notice anything wrong with that? Now, to me, apart from looking like a freak, the original Ken doll did not have a huge penis. In fact, he didn't have a penis. So your claims to be a Ken doll are false. No one's buying it. Go all the way, mate, and we might believe you. And you might have a little bit of credit. And someone might actually give a shit. But while you got that in your Dax, you're just a fraud. Anyway, the last one I want to talk about is, now I don't need any photos about this, Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson, we've all seen him with the gaffer tape over his nose so it stops it from falling off and everything. People say, well, you know, he had a really bad childhood. If you had a bad childhood, you'd be doing that. Well, I don't know about that. I think maybe it might be worthwhile investing all these thousands of dollars into actually going through a little bit of therapy so you don't have to feel like you need to mutilate your face to feel good about yourself. Now, I'm sorry about that to any Michael Jackson fans out there, but I just don't see an excuse for what he did. You've got all this money. Get help. And I guess that's my message to all these other people too. You're spending thousands of dollars on all this plastic surgery. Get some fucking help. Go to a therapist. You don't need to look like a freak in order to, I don't know, what are you doing in order to look like a freak? I don't even get that. That's how bad you need therapy. Anyway, Michael Jackson. He, unfortunately, I can't give him advice because the Illuminati silenced him. Now, the Illuminati had to do it because when someone like Michael Jackson talks, people listen. I mean, he had several songs about racism, like Ebony and Ivory and Black and White. And is there any racism anymore? No. I mean, when he talked, people listened, so he had to be silenced by this group. I mean, they had no other option. I mean, he obviously, I mean, what people don't understand about pop stars is to make a hit record, you actually got to go through this really rigorous program where you understand how the whole world works, you know, all the politics and the underground sort of subversive, the rich systems that are going on. Like, you've graduated once you got a hit record, and you can talk about these things, So, I mean, it's like they had to get rid of him. I mean, it's the same as movie star. Once you've done your movie and it's a hit, you've gone all that way, you've learnt all about the international politics and everything, and people need to hear your opinions on how the world needs to be run. I mean, it's the same thing. And Michael Jackson, I mean, he wasn't just sitting around picking his nose and trying to write good songs. I mean, he was up in that tree in the backyard of his, and he had a good view of what was going on. He could see everything. So the Illuminati had to silence him, and I just hope that there's someone out there who can replace him in that regard. Someone that people are going to listen to, you know? Anyway, I'm getting away from the subject a bit. Maybe that's a subject for another video. But what I want to basically say to wrap up is Kenny, Catwoman, Ken doll, wake up. You just look like idiots to the rest of us. And when you work out that you look like idiots to the rest of us, you're going to want to use that money that you wasted on your face on therapy. So yeah.